folks, welcome back to yet another team preview. In this video, we're going to take a look at Millwall. That's right, nicknamed the Lions. They play their football at the Den. It does say the finances are secure. The owner loves the club, which is what we want to hear. Stadium capacity is 20,146 folks walking through the turnstiles week in, week out. Well, that's what they want. Good training facilities, average data analysis, and good youth setup. Club culture is to play direct, high-tempo, pressing football. Yeah. Signing on the dotted line for £16,000 per week. Quick look at the reputation. We're a 2.5-star club with John Berylson as the chairman, Alex Aldridge as the director of football, and Callum Davidson as your assistant manager. They're expected to finish 20th. So got to keep our heads above water. We did finish 21st last time out, so anything above that for me is an improvement. The best 11 includes Bradshaw up top with Cooper and Romero in your defence. Quick look at some loan obligations right there. Luke Steele has been brought in on loan from Forest, as has Bartowski, who is a very, very good goalkeeper at this level. So the 5-year plan is work within the wage budget. That's an ongoing thing every year. But they want you to finish mid-table, 4th round of the FA Cup and the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup this season. Next season, finish in the top half of the Championship. And the 2021-22 maintain a Sky Bet top half finish. Basically, top half finish from here on in for the next 5 years. After that, they probably would want Premier League football if you can guarantee those sort of numbers. On the screen here, you can schedule a press conference with Meeting the Media, arrange an inter-squad friendly, and also an advice report from the backroom staff. I'm going to jump straight in to take a look at the finances. We've got a bank balance of £8.63 million with a transfer kitty of £1.5 million. They also say you can keep 75% of any transfer funds you make. So if you do sell a player for £10 million, you're going to get 7.5 of that back. Your wage budget is £193,000 and you're spending 191 of it. So not much wiggle room with that. The debt is £10 million debt. So that needs to be paid off over the years. You're expected to take a bit of a loss, a significant loss as well. The squad does look like this. Your most expensive player is Jed Wallace. He's a 25-year-old midfielder. Can play on the right-hand side. Operating at a 3.5-star level. Could go a little bit further at a 4-star. Good dribble meister. Great pace as well. And acceleration down that right-hand side. So he's an option to sell, to make cash in on. As is Ben Thompson. Valued at £6.75 million. Midfielder, defensive midfielder, rated as a box-to-box midfielder, his best bet. Good natural fitness, he could run all day. Great stamina as well. Not too shabby with his teamwork and aggression, so he might be liable for a cheeky red card every now and again. Great dribbling and technique as well. Good overall statistics for a 23-year-old midfielder, an English midfielder. Jake Cooper as well, hotly tipped, £6.25 million centre-back. Great heading, marking and tackling, all above 14 there. His physicals is pretty decent. Good jump and reach at 19. And also great positioning and bravery. One for the captain's armband, I suspect. So Jake Cooper is amongst it. Alongside Tom Bradshaw, Connor Mahoney, ex-Rover, 22 years of age. He's actually one of the highest paid players at the club. But the highest paid player in the club is Yuri Skalac, who's actually on the transfer list. They want rid of this Czech international. As for any hot prospects, Ben Thompson, we talked about him. Jen Wallace, we talked about him as well. Jason Malumbi is actually on loan from Brighton. Could go as high as 5 stars. 19-year-old midfielder. Decent pace and stamina. Not too bad with passing, tackling and technique. So the previous regime was a bit handy on the old transfer market, bringing in John Dardy Budvardsson over recent times. Matt Smith as well, former QPR striker. Conor Mahoney has been brought in, the undisclosed transfer fee. The goalkeepers we did mention as well. As for players going out, David Martin went to West Ham. Conor McLaughlin went to Sunderland. Ryan Tunnicliffe went to Luton. And a few guys. Samuel Edozie went to Manchester City. Quick look at the under-23s now. George Alexander is your youngster with a future. Could go as high as 4.5 stars. Decent finishing and dribbling, double digits, not too shabby there. Stamina and pace is up there in 13, with he's pretty aggressive. And he's got excellent work rate. Could make the grade if he knuckles down to it. As could Billy Mitchell. Not that Billy Mitchell, this Billy Mitchell. 18-year-old midfielder. Could go as high as 3.5 stars. Next up we have... in the under-18s, we have a couple of little players in there. Jay Barton, not Joey Barton, and Jack and Munting could go as high as 2.5 stars. So not really the greatest first team. As for the As for the hierarchy, you did mention it. Cooper is captain material at Pierce. Seems to have that wrapped up at the moment. You may want to readdress that. Williams is also an option up there. Where can he play? He plays as a defensive midfielder, 32 years of age. Decent leadership as well. Yeah, there seems to be quite a good pyramid here for leaders. Nicely spread around. How about the social groups? Well, there's 3 social groups. 2 of the core bad boys. This is the main clique up here. These are the guys that are trying to break into that main clique. Frankie Fielding was also signed, rated at £1.9 million, wanted on loan by a lot of MLS teams at the moment. But down here, these 4 guys, despite being leaders of the pack, Alex Pierce needs to get himself in amongst the team here and try and become one of the lads, because he's kind of alienating himself a little bit, as is Scotty, or Sean Hutchinson is also being ousted at the moment. He's actually wanted by Swansea. So, yeah, keep an eye on that one. As for the happiness of the club, pretty decent. A lot of green in the middle, which is good. Overall happiness could be a bit improved, as everyone seems to be okay. A quick code of conduct, sorting that out and sorting out a team meeting could address those things. Tom Elliott is in there as well. He's actually wanted on the transfer list. A lot of MLS clubs looking at him as well. Any other ones that are wanted? Nah. What else we got? Team report. Let's take a look at the squad depth now. Goalkeeper. We've got 3 goalkeepers on there. That's a good setup you got there. 3 pretty much first team regulars last season. Excuse me. Luke Steele, Blakowski and Frankie Fielding in there. Your left back could do with improvement. You only got Shane Ferguson, and then you're clutching at straws. You're going to be bringing in Murray Wallace, who's a centre back at left back. So that's an area that you would probably want to improve upon. As your centre backs look very, very solid. You've got at least 4 decent ones. Jason McCarthy could go there if you're desperate. Right side of defence, you've got 2, and that's Romero and McCarthy. Then you're looking at James Brown, he's not bad. He's definitely by trade a right back, but is he decent enough to hold the line in the championship? Into midfield we go with Mahoney on the left. He could also play on the right. Skirlak as well could go on the left or the right, and Ferguson and O'Brien. So you've got good options on the left hand side. Down the right hand side is a little less. If you take Mahoney out of it, you're looking at Jed Wallace and Scarlack. And if Scarlack does go on the transfer list, you've got Wallace. So maybe the right-hand side of midfield is an area you could improve upon. The centre of midfield, I think you're kind of blessed with quite good options. 4 outstanding midfielders. I'd say 3 stars or above. Then Jed Wallace, who is looks like a right-sided midfielder. And up top, you got some options up top. You got 6 strikers: Elliott, O'Brien, Bradshaw, Bud Varton, and Smith, plus 1 other, and that's Skurlak. Yeah, I think you're okay striker-wise. As for the assistant report, youth prospects, there's at least three decent players coming on through. That's their opinion of it. Player partnership, Romero, Wallace, Cooper, Hutchinson, Thompson, Williams. Those are all some good things. If you can play all of them together, you're going to have a good, cohesive 11. A good work rate within the club, very aggressive. Got a very good defender in Jake Cooper. Goalkeeping depth, you have some very good options for goalkeeping, good marking as well within the club, and teamwork is not too shabby. As for your weaknesses, there are more strengths though, and feel free to check it out. Overall depth, wage budget, and transfer budget could do with some improvement. They also say first touch is a bit ropey, as is flair. It's not one of the top priorities at the club though. Flair, pace is lacking. Maybe Mahoney can offer a little bit of pace. Dribbling and passing can also do with some improvement. Quick look at the overview for the club. They're expected to finish mid-table in the Championship, and also finishing in the 4th round of the FA Cup, as well as the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. As for the Championship itself, overview, let's take a look at that. We're expected to finish 20th. That's not mid-table. I think this is more mid-table. I don't know what they're talking about. And as for the key players to stand out for Millwall this season, they are saying... They are saying Thompson, who is the defensive midfielder, and alongside him, sorted out Sunshine, alongside Thompson is Jed Wallace. Who both of those do not make the starting 11, so but they are decent players, and they could be the difference between you guys staying up and going down. But that, my friends, will wrap up this short and sweet team preview. If you do decide to be Millwall manager, let me know in the comment section down below to see if this video has helped you out. Over the next few days, I will be continuing this team-by-team preview of the Championship, and then we're looking to go into some other leagues. We'll go abroad a little bit. We'll start heading around the world and take a little look at some other options you may choose to become a manager of. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you smash that thumbs up, smash the subscribe if you are new. I'll be back next time around. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.